Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we have our first look at the brand new patch notes for December 21st. So, let's get into it. Server maintenance will take place on December December 21st, after which the update will be pushed to consoles. Maintenance times: Xbox and PS4 will be 1 to 4 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10 a.m. UTC. The year 2020 hasn't been so easy, so it might well be the right time for everyone to turn the tide and reach for the sky in 2021. Yep. Reach for the sky in 2021. Yep. Here's here's to a great year ahead. A lot is happening in this update, so dig in. Big Mommy campaign. Now, if you're wondering why it's spelled like this, you got to think most of the nicknames of our ships, like Mighty Mo, and all of that, come from the abbreviations of the state. Massachusetts being MA, so Big Mommy. So that's why it's spelled like that. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. And the same thing, Mighty Mo was Mighty Missouri, obviously, and then the Monty. Anyway, one of the highlights of this update is our new campaign that's built around Tier 7 USS Massachusetts. That's how you say it, by the way. If you're not from the U.S., I know everybody likes to give me crap when I mispronounce everybody else's ships and stuff, but it is called the Massachusetts. It's pretty straightforward, easy to say. It just looks like it's crazy. Anyway, a real menace embodied in a form of a battleship, replete with 16-inch main guns, far-reaching and accurate secondary guns. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Massachusetts with its secondaries just a-blazing. Because I like American secondaries anyway. They just don't reach out and touch people. And great protection against both shells and torpedoes. But while the campaign is named after this particular steel beast, there's one more ship along the 120 milestones. The Japanese Tier 4 cruiser, the Yahagi. The Yahagi? I apologize. But that's what I'm going with. She's quick and maneuverable and mostly slings HE shells. Yahagi, or Yahagi, I apologize, is also equipped with torpedoes, but they should be used with caution and foresight. She makes easy prey for battleship shells, so use her speed to your advantage. The Admiralty backing for this campaign can be obtained for the usual 2,500 doubloons, so in theory, if you spend your 2,500 doubloons, you can get not one, but two ships for the price of 2,500 gold. Not bad. However, as mentioned before, the total campaign runs across 120 milestones, so if you decide to buy these ships outright, it will cost you 32,250 doubloons. Ouch. So you pay the 2,500 plus this. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. But luckily, most of us, if we pay the 2,500, we can usually complete these campaigns or get it to where it is much cheaper by the end of it. While the missions themselves aren't unusual, they are separated into three 2-week parts, so resets will only happen on weeks 3 and 5. An important thing to note is that after completing the campaign, reaching the final milestone, either with or without Admiralty backing, you'll unlock the Icebreaker Havoc missions. As the name suggests, these will reward you with Icebreaker coins. You can learn more about this currency in the next block. Rewards that you get without Admiralty backing for the Massachusetts campaign, worth 19,240 doubloons. 43 doubloons. Additional rewards that you can get with Admiralty backing, you get an extra 2,500 doubloons worth. Huh? Additional reward. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got screwed up. This is if you pay the 2,500 gold for the Admiralty backing. I was reading too much into it. So 19,243 doubloons worth of stuff without Admiralty backing. With it, you get 83,225 doubloons worth of stuff. So definitely always, as I always say during these, the campaigns are the single best bang for your buck if you are going to spend doubloons. Period. You get so much more out of these, and then that's not including if you get a ship or something out of some of these containers. Like, it just, period. Like, you have 83,225 doubloons worth of stuff in the Admiralty backing. it is definitely worth the 2,500 doubloons. And you get to get the ships in it as well. Icebreaker coins. For this update, we've tied many activities and store items to the new temporary currency. Good God, I can't speak today. Icebreaker coins. It's going to be useful for a few things. The usual Admiralty goods, legendary ship rentals. No. Wargaming. Why? And a special ship, Tier 7 Soviet battleship, the Lenin, which possesses a triple gun turret layout. So if we save up our Icebreaker coins, we can get the Lenin. If we don't save them, we can actually rent legendary ships. I don't like the sound of that. I really don't. First of all, it's going to make people really, really, really upset when they rent a legendary ship and get their butts kicked because they have no idea what they're doing in it. And second of all, it's kind of a kick in the balls for all of us who have put in the money to like get ahead of these. And also the time, especially for those of you who don't use the money to skip the bureaus, the time that you invest into trying to get these ships, that's kind of a kick in the balls. I'll be real honest, I'm not a fan of that. But we'll just leave it as is for now. Which the Tier 7 Soviet battleship Lenin, which possesses a triple gun turret layout, not unlike that of Nelson, with her B turret being able to rotate a full 360 degrees, her 16-inch guns rotate quickly and have enviable firing angles. She also comes with the Soviet damage control party, which reloads rather quickly but has limited charges. Lenin's citadel is also quite vulnerable when her broadside is exposed, much like that of her tech tree brethren. Okay, so she's got the same vulnerabilities of all the Russian battleships, except she can get more firepower over the bow and doesn't have to worry about being broadside to get her firepower to bear. So that could be interesting. I kind of like that. You can earn Icebreaker coins by opening Super Santa containers for 2021. 250 each, unless it's a super prize. Reaching ranks 11, 5, and 1 in the new ranked battles, up to 6,063 after reaching ranked 1. Wow. That's a lot of Icebreaker coins there. That tells me things are going to be really expensive. Completing the Icebreaker Havoc missions once you're done with the campaign, up to 9,000 if you buy out the campaign on day 1, or up to 3,000 if you finish the campaign in the penultimate week of the update. Playing legendary ships or against them, up to 1,600 a week, up to a total of 9,600. So yeah, there's a lot of Icebreaker coins up for grabs in this one. With that in mind, we want to share an important disclaimer about Lenin. She costs 25,000 coins, which means that it isn't possible to obtain her for free. You will either have to purchase some Super Santa containers or buy the campaign, so the initial population of this beast is expected to be very limited. However, this doesn't mean that Lenin will never appear in the game again, so don't worry too much. By our estimations, if you don't purchase anything and try to complete every activity that rewards you with Icebreaker coins, you'll be able to earn about 17,000 coins. Okay. North Cape Bureau Project. We're bringing in another non-legendary project for you, much like the California project. This time, the theme is based around the Battle of North Cape, and the main attractions are Arctic skins for Edinburgh, Scharnhorst, and Duke of York, the latter of which is coming to the premium shop. To start this project, you only need to have finished your intro project. This particular project differs from that of those that have come before it, that it's time limited and will cease to be available once the update concludes on February 1st. Plus, the maximum boostable progress of this project is 80%. And there are 4 stages per segment. Please note that the segments also require high-tier ships and higher-ranked commanders. This project is by no means easy, but we believe that most regular players will be able to at least outfit their Edinburgh in the Arctic skin. Legendary ships for rent. Here we go. You heard it right. During this update, you will be able to take the reins of 3 legendary tier ships that aren't even available in the Bureau yet. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to have to stand corrected on my previous statement. Okay? For those of you who were with me with the pitchforks and the torches, we're going to have to reset. We're going to have to say we apologize to Wargaming because this was not what I was expecting. Okay? So I apologize for jumping the gun. I'm not too big to admit it. Okay, so for 1,500 Icebreaker coins, you'll get to sling HE shells from one of the larger light cruisers, USS Worcester, or Worcester, depending on who you talk to. But where I come from, that's Worcester. I know that those across the pond would probably call it Worcester. Worcester. Yeah, it's horrible. That's why it's so bad to say. Enjoy the well-rounded gunboat, USS Gearing. Oh, or succumb to the battleship pyromania with HMS Conqueror is coming to World of Warships Legends. Oh, dear God. Not only that, look at what we just got, okay? Let's just put this in there. USS Worcester, the USS Gearing, and the battleship HMS Conqueror. Conqueror is going to be absolutely devastating. You guys thought you hated the Nelson. Conqueror is Nelson on steroids. So I'm not looking forward to that, but at the same time, I am looking forward to that, just throwing that out there. The only special rules for these rentals is that they will be removed from your accounts on February 1st, so keep that in mind. So this is another test event for adding some new stuff in. These ships are not staying in your ports. I want to make that very clear. I don't want to see a bunch of people putting in the comments after it's over, be like, they stole my ship, I put it all the time. You know going in that they are going to be removed, so don't do it. Okay, so you cannot create permanent camos for them either, so don't do it. And any XP you earn playing them will be transferred to their respective nations, Tier 1 cruisers, once the update is over. In other words, any XP that you earn in those ships is going to be in your convertible XP. Okay, you have to convert it, which makes sense because that's the way it works anyway. All right, the base service cost for these ships is the same as for the other legendary ships, 200,000 credits. One last fact of great importance is that you'll be able to use these ships to earn back the Icebreaker coins that you spent on them, and even make some extra. At least those of you who haven't actually gotten the legendaries yet. So you'll be able to play legendaries and earn extra tokens. So that's cool. Santa containers. The holiday container madness is about to happen once again. We've boosted the containers in comparison with last year, and there are some special ships that will only be available from these containers, namely Japanese destroyer Sashio and Japanese battleship Ki. The special flair for this year's container is that they might just drop a super prize. Do keep in mind that there is a fairly minuscule chance of this happening, so we're not assigning it a numeric value on our container page. But if you do receive a year of premium or over 100,000 doubloons, it is not a glitch, you've lucked out and got a super prize. The containers, a year of premium time. My God. The 100,000 doubloons is kind of but the year of premium is a huge prize. So if you get a year of premium, screenshot it, send it to me, and give me your gamer tag or PS ID, whatever, and I will put you in a video. Because I don't think it's going to happen a whole lot, but if it does, I want to make sure that we show that it is possible. So if you guys win a super prize, preferably the year of premium, the 100,000 doubloons, if you want to send that to me as well, then please do. But definitely send me the picture, the screenshot of your year of premium, because I want to see that happen. You've lucked out and got a super prize. The containers can be obtained by participating in various activities, including but not limited to the campaign and ranked battles. Make sure to follow our social media to stay on top of the details. And how about one Secret Santa 20 container, as well as 3 Santa and blue, and okay, so the camos, the red and blue camos, to start having fun right away. Ranked Battles Season 9 is Tier 5, I believe. The Ranked Battles, well, I guess we should read it, huh? This new ranked season will be the most different out of all of them, as we're pitting 5-player teams against each other, and what's even more hardcore, the first player on the losing team won't keep a star. We're also deliberately moving the ranked play to the last 4 weeks of the update. The season starts in January. Any ranks earned in Season 8 equate to the number of stars you automatically receive in the current season. Teams are comprised of the 5 ships and are mirrored by ship type. Divisions with up to 2 players are allowed. Destroyers are limited to 1 per team and or 1 per division. A draw is equal to a loss for both teams, meaning everybody loses a star. To move up the rank ladder, you need to win and thus gain stars. Losing the game means losing a star. The first player by XP earned on the losing team does not keep a star, which is brutal. It really is. Like, this literally means that this ranked season is going to be absolutely annoying. I didn't even finish the last one. I got fed up with it pretty early. Upon reaching rank 1, you can no longer play in the current season, as always. The following maps, Strait, New Dawn, Shards, North, Trap, Land of Fire, and Northern Waters, all in the rotation. 3 leagues. Separations happen at rank 11 and rank 5. There are 16 ranks with 16, 15, 11, 5, and 1 being irrevocable. Final rank rewards will be credited at the end of the season. The rewards include Secret Santa and Super Santa crates, various commander items, currencies, including Icebreaker coins, Santa 21 camos, paint, and seasonal patches. For the full list of rewards, please consult the game client. Oh, here we go. Fire metagame and battleships. Here we go. This is a big one. How bad is it? Suffering from fires is something that many battleship captains shared in their feedback with us. In this update, we're providing you with some tools to minimize the effect of fires on your battleship gameplay, mostly in the form of commander skills. We're limiting the equilibrium of power skill and offering improvements to existing skills, plus adding another completely new one. These are the changes you can expect. All battleship commanders receive a new legendary skill. Fight fire with fire. It automatically stops the effect of all damage that's caused over time on your battleship whenever there are 3 concurrent fires and damage control party is either on cooldown or depleted. Huh. While this is a very good perk, it is very rare to ever have to be used. So I don't know how good that's going to be. For those of you who always have problems getting set on fire 3-4 times, probably because you use the damage control as soon as you get hit the first time with a fire, then I can see this coming in handy. But for the rest of us who actually, use damage control to negate damage, waiting until we have 2 or 3 fires, especially if we're still being fired upon, it's probably not going to come in that big of a problem. The emergency specialist skill has been changed. The duration penalty has been increased from 30 to 70%, while the cooldown has been reduced from 5 to 15% to 8 to 30%. So basically, your lowest that you'll get for the emergency specialist skill is at 8%, and it will go up to 30% if you're maxed out. The firefighter skill has also achieved some improvements, or received some improvements. The duration reduction for damage control party is 40%, down from 30%. The cooldown reduction is now 4 to 15 instead of 3 to 10. And the risk of catching fire is now reduced by 4 to 15% instead of 3 to 10%. So it's not a huge buff, but it is a little bit, and hopefully will be noticeable. Equilibrium of power. When using the skill, the chances of fire will be reduced by 50%. This change will be only visible in the description and won't be displayed as a modifier. The skill set may minimize your fire woes should you choose. This skill set may minimize your fire woes should you choose to give up some accuracy on your battleships. But the final effect, of course, remains to be seen. And that's kind of what I was getting back to. Like, this first commander perk, I don't see. There are going to be people using it. I personally probably won't, because the amount of times that I am on fire 3 times or on fire and flooding multiple times, you have to have at least 3 things on your ship that are doing damage over time. So 2 fires and a flood, 2 floods and a fire, anything that you can get 3 damage over times on, or 3 fires, 3 floods, however you want to do it, it completely negates it. So keep that in mind. Armor Viewer. This is the one thing that everybody's been looking forward to. This one is self-explanatory. Get into the nitty-gritty of your ships and find out the weak spots to make sure that you never expose them in battle. There are helpful tooltips for different thicknesses and ways to look at pretty much any armor layer there is on any given ship. So that's something I'm going to be looking at. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see, when this comes out, some pretty comprehensive ship analysis as we go through and try to pick the ships apart and figure out where each individual ship's citadels actually end up. Balance changes. We're continuing to fine-tune the Italian cruiser line and tweak their smoke generators. Namely, the cooldown of the consumable has been reduced to 180 seconds, down from 240. To populate both Tier 7 and Legendary Tier games, we've slightly decreased the service cost for Tier 7 ships, down from 160,000 credits to 136. So that is a 24,000 credit boost, basically, to your after-action report. So that's going to be nice for those of you who struggle to make money at Tier 7. Should be helpful. Cheshire had slightly higher service costs than usual for a Tier 6 premium ship, by about 10,000 credits on average, so we've dialed the cost back a bit to put her in line with other ships. Miscellaneous. The default port has been set to the beautiful fjord, which is probably the most nature we've had in our port yet. Enjoy. I believe this is the one that a lot of folks really, really enjoy on PC, but we won't know until we see it. The premium ships under the ship tabs, I just hope that the sun is normal, so that we can actually see the ships properly without everything being washed out in pink. Like, I don't mind pink, and I love sunsets and sunrises. Like, you guys watch my Instagram account, you guys know this, but it just doesn't translate very well in the game, or at least in my opinion. Anyway, the ship and information panel that's displayed when browsing the ships under the tabs has also been improved. And any tabs you had left over have been exchanged at the rate of 1 tab for 750 credits. Bug fixes. I'll let you guys go over the bug fixes here. I guess there ain't that much. We can go over it. We fixed Mogami's second turret, which was behaving strangely when elevated over the first turret. Fixed an UI issue when switching to social menu from the ship selection. A few patch background textures have been improved. I didn't have any issue with this UI issue, but the issue that I ran into was coming out of the commander screen. I would try to get out of the commander screen and it would just freeze and hard lock the game, and I'd have to close the game and restart it. But I don't see anything about that here. For new players that have reached account levels 4 and 5, we've adjusted the animation for switching to the tactical map if those players never switched between voice channels. Fixed a UI issue where the duration of damage control party wasn't correctly displayed when using the by-the-book commander skill. And Xbox only, we fixed a rare display issue that occurred when the game was resumed after the console was shut down while the game was still running. So, yeah, looks like they've been pretty active. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know it's a longer video, but I like to go over everything in these as best I can to get you guys all the information that you need. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.